You're listening to NXT Brand Stories, a daily podcast from National Exchange Talks. I'm your host, David, and every day we bring you powerful stories from the business world, from unexpected breakthroughs to defining moments that shape today's most influential companies. This show dives into the journeys, decisions, and turning points that drive real-world business across industries, markets, and leadership styles. It's not just about what happened, but how it unfolded. NXT Brand Stories is part of the NXT Network, which also includes NXT on Strategy, our deep dive series focused purely on business models, competitive moves, and strategic frameworks. But here, it's all about the story behind the business. Let's jump into today's episode. Today, when you think of Nike, it's not just shoes, it's attitude. It's Serena, LeBron, Ronaldo. It's just do it. But behind the swoosh and the swagger is a scrappy underdog story that starts with track shoes and a beat-up car trunk. It all began in 1964. Phil Knight, a former runner, and Bill Bowerman, his coach at the University of Oregon, started a company called Blue Ribbon Sports. Phil was selling Japanese running shoes, Onitsuka Tigers, out of the back of his Plymouth Valiant. No stores, no hype, just hustle. Bowerman wasn't just coaching, he was also tinkering with shoes. He literally poured rubber into his wife's waffle iron one day, trying to make a lighter, more grippy sole for runners. That waffle sole became one of Nike's first game-changing innovations. By 1971, things shifted. The relationship with Onitsuka soured, and Phil and Bill decided to launch their own brand. They named it Nike, after the Greek goddess of victory. That iconic swoosh? It cost them just $35. Designed by a student, no joke. Then came the boom. In 1974, Nike released the Waffle Trainer. It exploded in popularity. Runners loved it. But the real spark came in 1984. Nike signed a rookie basketball player named Michael Jordan. At the time, it was a gamble. Jordan hadn't even played an NBA game. But Nike built an entire shoe line around him, Air Jordan. And it wasn't just about the shoes. It was the swagger, the commercials, the rebellion. When the NBA banned the original Air Jordans for breaking uniform code, Nike ran an ad saying the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them. Sales soared. The Air Jordan became a movement. Nike didn't just market products, they marketed dreams. In 1988, they coined "Just Do It," a simple slogan, but it tapped into something deeper: motivation, grit, no excuses. It wasn't just about athletes anymore. It was for anyone pushing limits. Of course, they've had stumbles. Labor issues in overseas factories sparked global criticism in the 90s. But Nike responded, eventually increasing transparency and labor standards across its supply chain. Today, they're pushing sustainability, recycling shoes into running tracks and playgrounds. Now, look at Nike in 2025. They're not just making sneakers, they're merging tech, style, and identity. Self-lacing shoes? Check. Virtual drops in the metaverse? Done. Collaborations with artists, fashion designers, and even video games? That's their new playground. Nike's story is a lesson in evolution, from waffle soles to the world stage, from selling shoes at track meets to building a culture. They didn't just build a brand, they created a symbol, not of perfection, but of possibility. Just do it. Simple words, global impact. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of NXT Brand Stories, presented by National Exchange Talks. We hope the insights and experiences shared here inspire you and provide meaningful perspectives on the evolving world of business. If you found value in this episode, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your preferred podcast platform. Your feedback and support are essential in helping us reach a broader audience and continue delivering compelling business narratives every day. For listeners interested in the analytical and strategic dimensions of business, we encourage you to explore our other podcast, NXT on Strategy, where we examine business models, competitive dynamics, and market trends in greater depth. We also welcome opportunities to partner with brands and organizations that align with our mission. If you are interested in sponsorship or brand promotion, please reach out to us at nxtandbrandstories@gmail.com. We look forward to exploring how we can collaborate to bring value to our audience and your brand. I'm David, and I appreciate you joining us on this journey. Until next time, continue to learn, innovate, and lead with purpose as you navigate the future of business.